3, 2. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here, and if you're new, welcome. This is a space where we love to just chat and talk about all things, today specifically all things Disney. This is my friend Ihara, and she and her family are actually joining me and my husband Robert to head down to Disney World next week. We're so excited. So Ihara, thank you so much for jumping in and joining me for this video. You know, tonight, one of the things that I'm really excited to just get to talk about is literally just to chat a little bit about the things that we're really excited about for this trip, because as you guys know, Robert and I go 2 to 3 times a year to Disney for multiple days, whereas Ihara was telling me tonight at dinner that it's been since like 2016 or 2017 that she's actually been to all 4 parks at Walt Disney World. So, Ihara, what are you like looking forward to on this trip?
Goodness. I guess the top thing for me is I'm taking my 2-year-old for the first time to all 4 parks, and it means a lot because that's something that my parents did for me when I was little, and that's what brought my love of Disney. Mm-hmm. And also because like you guys, we get to experience it with you guys, mm-hmm. and it's gonna be so much fun. There's just so much that we're gonna be able to see and just do.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm so excited about, one of the things that, as you know, we've shared that we're going on this trip with other people, is just getting to finally, like, because we've gone to Disney with friends who have children, but this will be our second actually like time experiencing a like first Disney trip with a little one. The last time was February of 2019 with Robert's cousin's little boy Aiden, mm-hmm. and that was really fun. But it's going to be a completely different experience now, with Isaiah being as young as he is and getting to, you know, explore the parks with him. It's going to be really cool to see it through his eyes, but I think also one of the things I'm so excited about is to experience your dad's first experience in Galaxy's Edge.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, that's probably, I remember when they talked about when they were making it, and then when it opened in October 2019, and then the pandemic happened, it was like, when are we going to get to go? Mm-hmm. And like, you know, I've been raised on Star Wars, my dad's been raised on Star Wars, like it's just a family thing, and it's just going to be like just so, I don't even, like, out of this world, obviously. Yeah. But I think another thing is, like, my parents haven't been to all 4 parks since 1990, what did we say?
I think they said 96.
Yeah, so they haven't seen all the changes that we've seen.
Right.
So just to see it also through their eyes, like it's just like, this is so really crazy.
I know that we jumped in a little bit talking about Hollywood Studios, and Ihara actually made a list. I asked her to make a list of, you know, her kind of, I mean, we said top 10, but like just a list of things that she's really excited about, and she actually is brilliant and went park by park. And so I'm going to ask you to start with Hollywood Studios, and we can just kind of like bounce back and forth about things we're excited about for that park.
Okay, so we talked about Galaxy's Edge, so obviously Batu, because our family is a big Star Wars family, so that is probably one of the things, just like, because watching Behind the Attraction that you guys got us watching,
it's so good.
Just watching like the detail that they went through, and like it's not a planet on the movies, but it's like its own thing, and it has all those details from all the movies, and just knowing like the history and being such a Star Wars, I guess, nerd, it's like I just can't wait for that.
Yeah, I think what you said about the planet, because when I was watching that episode, by the way, guys, if you have not checked out Behind the Attraction on Disney Plus, get that in your life. It's so good.
It's addicting.
So fun to watch. So and Robert and I are actually watching episodes periodically leading up to our trip. It's kind of like how we're counting down.
Insane. Yes.
And so, but when I heard them talk about that, I was like, yeah, Batu, I mean, I knew Batu was not in the movies, but like, I thought about it, and it just opens up to a completely new Star Wars story that you get to create for yourself, because the characters are still there. Like, Chewbacca is still fixing ships and hanging out with Rey, and stormtroopers are walking around trying to find the rebel spy, and Kylo Ren pops up out of nowhere and, you know, scares the crap out of little kids, which is hilarious. He scares me too. Being a villain person, though, like, I love running into Kylo Ren and running into Darth Vader around Galaxy's Edge. But, like, you get to be the pilot of the Millennium Falcon, and you get to go,
wait for that.
you know, hang out in Oga's Cantina with DJ Rex, and you get to experience Rise of the Resistance, which I just, like, Robert, so you guys have met my husband, Robert, in my vlogs, and you'll see him soon in a video where we talk all about food and wine, but, Robert is really funny because we were sitting there literally just a couple hours ago talking about how excited I am to, like, experience Galaxy's Edge with Roberto, and I was like, you are going to love Rise of the Resistance. I can't wait to see you experience it. And Robert was like, so Roberto, you have to act like you love it even if you don't. And, like, one of the things that I think I have to remind myself, because I love Disney so much, is, like, not to try to project that on friends and family, because it's like, I don't want them to get there and, like, feel like they have to love something or have to react a certain way. Yeah. And so, like, I'm constantly reminding myself of that. But I really do think that you guys are going to love all of those things.
One of the things on the episode is talked about how they wanted, like, the people that went to see their own stories and find, like, they have, like, hidden things of Batuu, like the movies, and I'm just so excited.
Yeah, and I can point a couple of those things.
I know, I saw it on the video, and I was like, I have to find that now. Yeah. I have to do it.
I think that's actually a perfect segue into one of the things that I'm really excited about. Is Disney does such a good job of dropping little things in the details, and like, there's 3 cargo carriers on top of Ronto Roasters, which is, like, it's technically like an indoor, it's like an indoor-outdoor restaurant, because it's like a food counter that you walk up to. It's right outside of the little, like, marketplace, and then right across from the Den of Antiquities, which your dad will love. You all will, but, like, your dad, I can't
Dad's
wait.
my favorite.
He is. But there's 3 cargo, like, cases on top of it with the years of the original 3 movies.
Yes, I saw that somewhere. There. Yes.
It's just like looking for those little, I guess you call them Easter eggs, all around Galaxy's Edge. That's something I'm looking forward to, because as I've gone back and kind of looked up more things, and you find new things every time.
Like the this is giving away behind the attractions, but I loved one of the things was that they went to the house where it has all the archives of the Star Wars, like R2-D2, and they got the tracks and put them on the ground, and I was like, so you mean I'm going to actually see the real tracks with R2-D2 on the floor? Yeah. That's me geeking out. Major Star Wars.
So what else about Hollywood
Studios? So, of course, having a 2-year-old, he watches a lot of Disney Junior, so I cannot wait for the Disney Junior Cavalcade, or just like the dance party if you make it on time, for him to see that. Yeah. Like, just because he's obsessed with Buzz, as we all know. Well, little 2-year-old boy is obsessed with Buzz. Yeah. And just like everything. Like, that's just going to be so much fun. And of course, that leads to Toy Story Land. Yeah. Which I know is one of your favorite places to
Yes, love Toy Story Land.
Yeah, so love it. Hollywood Studios is probably, because we're a big movie family, so, like, that's just one of the... And then the Mickey and Minnie...
Runaway Railway. Hollywood Studios is my favorite park. Yes. So, like, I'm just excited to make new memories there with you guys, because part of bringing friends with us that haven't gone with us before, it makes Disney brand new for us all over again, because, you know, we're creating new memories, we're experiencing things through your eyes for the first time. And so that's really cool. You guys... I may have shared this before, I can't remember. My husband will not ride major thrill rides with me. So, no Rock and Roller Coaster, no Expedition Everest at Animal Kingdom. He won't ride Splash Mountain with me. He will not ride Space Mountain with me. He will not do Mission Space with me. You guys, I have never done Mission Space at Epcot. And I want to. I've heard a million people tell me, Jordan, it's a bad idea. You can live without it. No, I can't because I've never done it and I want to do it. But guys, this girl is going to ride the Tower of Terror with me. Yep. And I'm wearing my shirt because I love the ride so much. Like, it's one of my favorite attractions, one of my favorite rides on property. And I only ride it when other people are with us because Robert won't ride it with me. So
I am a thrill seeker. I love those rides. And so me, you, and Mom are going to be like...
It's going to be so fun.
So much fun. I'm so excited.
And then I think just one more thing that I'm really excited about for Hollywood Studios. We love the Frozen Ever After sing-along celebration. And it is it's so funny. And, like, it'll be entertaining for Isaiah because the characters are up on the stage and, like, they bring out Elsa out of her big old ice castle and, like, it's really funny. But there's also so much humor in that show for the adults. And it's a nice break from the heat. And you get to sit and rest your feet.
That was a plus. That was something we made sure that we were like, we need to rest. Like, where's AC?
Yes. So,
yes.
Yeah. So what park do you want to head to next?
Let's do Epcot.
Yes. Okay.
I know. Epcot. I guess, obviously, Epcot, it's all about the food for me. Especially because we're going during the Food and Wine Festival.
Food and wine.
Guys, I am so ready. So the last time that I went to all 4 parks was during Food and Wine Festival. Okay. But I was not able to try almost none of the food or the wines because my best friend that I went with wasn't able to do it because of medication she was on. So, I'm so excited for this.
It's going to be so good.
I'm such a food person.
Yeah.
So, that's just it for me.
Well, and it doesn't get better than Disney food.
Oh my God.
And so, speaking of Food and Wine Festival, Robert and I recently, like I told you guys, filmed a video all about Food and Wine Festival. I know there are things we left out. But one of the things that I'm really excited about for the Food and Wine Festival is the s'mores whoopie pie.
Oh my God.
It looks so good. And then there's a chocolate cake with like Irish cream. I can't remember which one of the booths it's at right now, but it sounds so similar to the Tipsy Layered Cake, which I mentioned in the Food and Wine video, is actually like my favorite sweet thing I've ever had at the festival. And so I'm curious to see how it compares. But earlier today, her parents were actually, before she got home, we've been hanging out here at Yada's house, and we were hanging out with her parents and her son while she was working today. And we were sitting at the table, and Robert showed your parents the Food and Wine app. Download it if you don't have it. It is a trip saver for the festival. It'll help you plan your food. It'll help you pick what things you do want to try and what things you don't. And it'll help you, especially for us, it'll help you budget for the festival. But your parents are just like scrolling through, and your mom was like, "Oh, stop! That looks so good!" And your dad would be like, "Oh, that sounds good, and it doesn't have any carbs, so I can have it."
I know. That was one thing when we were looking at it like way back earlier when we were planning this trip, and you guys sent us the link and stuff like that, and I was like, "Mom, this," and she's like, "I can't think about this now." She's like, "Can we wait till we get closer?"
Yeah.
There's so much. There is so many booths and so many food, and I just can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be so good.
And then another thing for me is, like, I'm big on culture, things of culture and being immersed in culture. So, like, one of my favorite things about Epcot is, like, obviously around the world, and you get to, like, even though you're not, like experience the culture with, like, the architecture and, like, even the princesses that are there that are in there, you know. And that's something that I'm really excited for Isaiah to see, like, seeing, like, even though we're not there in real life, like, we're there, and he can at least see a glimpse of, like, China and the UK and, like, stuff like that. Yeah. Because we're big culture people, obviously, so that's exciting.
It's Robert's favorite park. So, you know, we just lap after lap around the World Showcase. the countries. Now, here's one thing I'll tell you guys, is that the best time to navigate the World Showcase is right when the park opens. Everyone goes left and goes through. We typically enter the park through the International Gateway, which is where you guys will go with us when you come on the Skyliner from Pop. But when you enter the International Gateway, most everybody goes up and goes straight through the UK. We take a left over the bridge into France and go around that way because the World Showcase is empty.
Yeah.
And at sunrise, like it's early in the day, so obviously sunrise isn't at 11 when they're like opening the park, but you get what I'm saying, like the sun is still high and it's so beautiful. But
I've never been through the International Gateway.
Really?
I've only gone through the front, and we always went Canada.
Yeah.
We don't do, a lot of people do Mexico first.
Sure.
They're like Mexico.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, let's do the less crowded.
Yep.
And we go Canada.
Yeah.
Like, we're not like with a whole bunch of crowds and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and that's, that would actually be perfect because what we do is we start obviously in France and we go France, then Morocco, and so on and so forth, Japan, all the way around. And so you would actually end up at Canada and then the UK before you would start a second lap.
Yeah.
And so typically we will hit Mexico and then we'll take a right into Future World, do whatever we want to do there, soar in, Spaceship Earth, Mission Space.
Finally.
But, and then you come back around, potentially Frozen will be open by the time we get to Norway.
I hope.
During that first lap. But if it's not, then, we'll do Future World and then go to Canada, do the unpopular opinion of going backwards around the World Showcase.
Look, we're going to be there a long time. We got to do backwards,
Exactly.
frontwards, sideways. Like, we'll figure out how to do everything.
Yes.
Oh, another thing I was going to say was Isaiah's big into, like, animals.
Yes.
Obviously, we'll get into that with Animal Kingdom. But especially fish and stuff like that. And seeing, and I cannot wait to go. I don't remember what it's called.
The Seas with Nemo and
Yes.
Friends. Yeah, with the aquarium.
Yes. Like, he loves that stuff. So I cannot wait to go in there and see him just, like, look at the glass and be like, Mom. So that's exciting.
We were reading a book with him today that had all these different sea creatures in it, and he was like, Shark, big, like for the blue whale, big. Yes. It was
big.
awesome.
I know. I'm always trying to tell him whale, and he goes big.
Yeah. Well, he did say whale to the and then he saw the orca, and he was like cow. It was so funny. I loved it. I loved it. So a little moment of excitement, and I really wish you guys were going to be with us for this part, but as you guys know, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is opening October 1st, or I believe it's October 1st.
Because it's for the 50th.
For the 50th. Yeah. But Robert and I got really lucky and snagged a pair of DVC preview reservations. So we will, on our last full day of the trip, so the day that y'all go to Chef Mickey's, Friday, when y'all go to Chef Mickey's and then head home, we will be previewing Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So we thought we weren't going to be able to vlog it, but they are now allowing people to video and take pictures and all of that. So I will be vlogging this trip, as I've told you guys before. So I will definitely, if we're allowed, I for sure will get some footage of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure during that preview. I'm so upset
we won't be there during that time.
Right. So now, let's jump into Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Okay.
So I cannot wait, which you recommended this. One of the things is the safari.
Yes.
Especially in the morning.
Yes.
Seeing all the animals and
I
stuff.
know.
That's definitely going to be Isaiah's favorite part, though.
Yeah. Well, so what she's talking about is we love to obviously rope drop and go straight to Pandora, which we'll talk about later, and do Flight of Passage. But after that, we like to head immediately to the safari, because safari first thing in the morning is amazing. If you guys watched one of my the part 1 of our Animal Kingdom vlog from our October 2020 vlogs, there's actually a shot during the safari of the lion jumping off the really tall part of the rocks down, and lioness, and she walks over to one of the other lionesses and the lion, and she starts licking him, and they start just like, the three of them are like interacting. It is really just some of the most beautiful nature you've ever seen. It's so cool.
You're speechless. Like, you probably... I can't wait. That's probably... Because Animal Kingdom is my favorite park. A lot of people are like, maybe Hollywood Studios. But no, Animal Kingdom is my favorite. Because it's just all the culture and, like, the African culture and stuff like that. So that's fun. And then, Flight of Passage. Guys.
It's going to be so good.
It's going to be great.
Have you written it yet?
No. So, fun fact about me, or interesting fact, the first time I went 45 years ago to all 4 parks.
4 years ago.
I believe so.
2017. You and JoJo when you went.
Yeah, before your wedding.
So it was 2017 then.
Yeah. So, they showed Happily Ever After for the first time.
Oh my God.
That Tuesday that it came out was there. Which we'll talk about. about. And then that was when Pandora was being premiered, and like they had all like celebrities and all these like people that they were showing the rides to. So like I got to see like the outer part of it, like that you can see, but I never got to ride it because we left the day before they opened it. So
because it opened the day before our wedding. It opened on May 27th of 2017, and Robert and I got married on the 28th.
Yep. And we left the day before it opened.
We, actually, fun fact, Robert and I got to experience Pandora the first week that it was open on our honeymoon. We got really lucky and got a fast pass for the ride.
I was going to say, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And, like, it's my mom's favorite movie.
She's going to love it.
Like, it's one of my mom's, but my mom's more of like a Aliens versus Predator type of person.
Yeah.
But Avatar is probably one of her favorite, and I cannot wait to see her reaction with everything.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I think just again, man, like detail, especially though in Animal Kingdom. Joe Rohde, who was the Imagineer who kind of masterminded a lot of the amazing detail in Animal Kingdom. Just the way that man pays attention to detail. Yeah. Like, I'm so sad, honestly, that he's retired from Disney Imagineering now, because Pandora is a perfect example of just what
just the pictures of Pandora. Like, I haven't stepped foot in it, but the pictures, I'm just like, how, I'm not even that creative. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I've ridden Everest before. Never been to Mount Everest, obviously. Yeah. But just, like, seeing it's just like...
And we get to ride Everest this time? Because you'll ride scary rides with me.
Thrill seeker. I'm not ashamed.
No, it's going to be so good. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And obviously the show, the Lion King show... Even though it's
Festival
just
of the Lion
like
King. So it's called Robert likes to call it a taste of the Festival of the Lion King, because the Tumble Monkeys aren't in it due to COVID. Obviously, as you guys know, that is a reference to the Taste of Food and Wine Festival from last year. He's a nut. But yeah, it'll be really good to finally get to see that show again, because we haven't seen it since January of 2020. So it's been, for us, it'll have been just south of 2 years since we'd seen it. So
it's been, for me, well, I haven't been in like 4 years, so it's been 4 years since I've seen it. And then having Isaiah see it for the first time.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna love it. We need to try to get near the front so that he can try to do one of the animal noises. I don't know if they're still doing that.
He is such a music baby. Like, he loves music. Like, when I say he's a music baby, like, I've never met a child that, he sat through Hamilton. Well, not through the whole thing, but, like, he woke up from his nap, and I was watching it. Yeah. And he just, like, he was just
popped in and hung out with you.
Yeah, he was just, like, watching it. And I'm just what 2-year-old does this?
I love that. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, Animal Kingdom's, I'm excited, especially it's going to be our first day. together.
Yeah,
to the parks
it's gonna be so fun. And we're gonna have to take him over to Rafiki's Planet Watch to see all the stuff over there, and because like there are like animals over there, like bugs and lizards.
Oh, he's gonna love that.
All kinds
oh
of
my
stuff,
gosh.
and the animation thing will be fun. Even though he probably won't like pay a lick of attention,
he'll
just draw the whole time.
Exactly.
But I mean,
he might try to mess up our drawings.
Whatever. Let him do it. I don't care. He can share with me.
And then we said the dinosaur. Right?
Dinosaur. Yes.
He
It's
loves
a little
dinosaurs.
scary, but I think he'd be
This
okay.
kid's obsessed with dinosaurs.
Yeah, you can't not take him on the ride that features his favorite thing, right?
But exactly, but you guys know the ride, so like you can.
We can help him. Yeah,
exactly. Like,
the giant T-Rex.
Oh my gosh, this kid! I can't wait to see his reaction at this park since he's such an animal kid.
Yeah,
like,
he'll love it. I hate that in Finding Nemo, the musical isn't going back yet, but hopefully that'll come back soon. I hope so.
Hopefully. I mean, they're surprising us with a lot of things before we leave, so maybe by the...
I know, right?
By the time we leave on Friday, they're going to be like, by the way...
Well, and I think, too, one of the cool things that we'll have to time it and see if they're doing this right. I think they are. At the beginning when the park first opens, they have the macaws that fly by the tree. And I think Isaiah would be fascinated
Have you
by
ever
that.
watched... Sidetrack, but have you ever watched the Animal Kingdom show of the animals on Disney Plus?
No, we haven't watched it yet.
Oh my gosh, and they show how they train them.
Nice.
And stuff like that.
Okay, we're going to have to watch that. That sounds cool.
They only have like 4 episodes. They haven't recorded since like a year ago or something like that. But it's so cool.
Yeah.
Just watching that and all the animals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I just can't wait.
I could talk about Animal Kingdom all day.
I can tell. No, I could just talk about Disney all day long.
Oh, I
and
know.
I do.
I was going to say we do.
So, all right.
Okay.
Here goes.
Yes.
Magic Kingdom. Yes. What are you looking forward to?
What? Oh my gosh. The list
what
could
am I
go
not
on. The list could go on and on and on with this park. It's not like this is going to sound, so it's like my 3rd favorite park. But I do love it. Like
it stands on its own.
Yes.
Magic Kingdom stands on her own. She is like, you have to go to Magic Kingdom to really feel like you've been at Disney.
Even if you go for like 2 days, it has
and then
to be like Magic Kingdom.
Let the other 3 fight for your favorite.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So Magic Kingdom. Oh God. You know what? I will say this. One of the rides that I am looking forward to that I have not ridden in a really long time, and you are going to be shooketh at Haunted Mansion.
I'm so excited.
It's been so long. Because when I went in April, I didn't get to ride it because Isaiah can't ride it.
He should be able to now. It may have just been a little scary for him.
Yeah, that's what I was. And it was just me and like 2 other girls, and I was just kind of like
he should be okay to ride
holding
it
back a little bit because he was just turned 2.
Yeah.
So I was kind of, but I haven't ridden or Splash Mountain in so long.
I'm so So this potentially might be one of the last times to ride Splash Mountain because
as it is. Wait, are we gonna be able to?
Yeah.
I thought they were closing it.
I don't think so. I think it'll still be open.
Okay, we'll have,
I don't know. I'll double check, but I think it should still be open.
I'm ready for the Tiana takeover.
I am
Princess
so
and the Frog
excited.
Takeover, but
have you seen all the concept art and stuff for it? Oh my gosh! And the new creature characters that are going to be added in. Okay, guys. Little known fact about me. Princess Tiana is probably my favorite princess. And her story, the music. Just that movie is so brilliantly done.
It is.
And I remember, okay, story time. So we went to Magic Kingdom. It was one of the first, I want to say it was the 2nd day of our honeymoon. So our honeymoon, we did 5 days on the Disney Dream on the cruise, and then we did 5 days in the parks. And so I want to say that it was like our 2nd day in the parks themselves that we went to the Magic Kingdom. And we were waiting in line to meet Tiana, and I want to say Cinderella was in the room with Tiana at the time. It was either her or Rapunzel. I think it was Rapunzel, actually. And we finished meeting with, it was, like I said, either Cinderella or Rapunzel, I can't remember. And I looked over, and it was a dad and his daughter talking to Tiana. And I just remember, like, she was talking about how she used to love to cook with her daddy and, like, all this other stuff. And I'm on my honeymoon. I haven't seen my family in over a week, and I am very much a family person. I'm a homebody. My husband and I live 4 minutes away from my parents. Not necessarily by choice, but it is nice to have them close. Like, they love to call us and say, hey, it's Tuesday night. Do you guys want to do $2.75 tacos at Tim Lizzie's? And we're like, heck yes, we would love to hang out with y'all. So I started crying because I started thinking about my dad and, like, all the stuff that I love to do with my dad. I'll actually put a picture here of my dad and me when I was 3 years old on the teacups. I'm actually in the process of finding a tattoo artist in the Atlanta area to do my Cheshire Cat tattoo that's inspired by that picture, because he's wearing the Mad Hatter's hat and he's holding a teacup and there's a little hidden Mickey in the steam. Miss Mindy is one of Robert and my favorite Disney artists, and she actually drew that picture of the Cheshire Cat for me at the Festival of the Arts back in 2017. November of 2017. So, or no, actually it was January of 2017, because it was right after I was diagnosed with cancer the first time. So, but anyways, so like that moment with Tiana, and just like, I even walked up and she was like, are you okay? And I kind of told her, and she was like, oh, that's so special. Like, I'm so close to my daddy too. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, don't do it again. Like, you've already made me cry once.
I already have it. Don't do it again.
So, you know.
Yeah, that's Splash Mountain.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
But one of the things, like, I remember when I text you about, because obviously I always get Starbucks when I'm at Disney because it's just a thing to do.
Yeah, of course.
Sitting on the hub grass, facing the castle, and just watching Isaiah run around in front of the castle.
It's going to be so good.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
just going to be a really special moment.
That's going to be amazing, because we didn't get to do that the last time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just going to be,
Yeah. She did take Isaiah to the Magic Kingdom for one day back in April. And so he's gotten a little taste, but I don't think he even has an idea of what's coming for him next week.
It's going to be a totally different kind of trip this time around. Especially with Uncle Bobo and Auntie Joe.
Oh,
that's going to be so
I can't wait.
Okay, so when I used to go to Disney, my parents would always get me, like, the Mickey-shaped ice cream.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Like,
I have premium bars. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I used to get them. I have a picture of me when I was little. My hair was a little bit bigger than this, and I had them in, like, pigtails. And I had, like, ice cream all over my face and the ice cream.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
We should see if we can find it, and I'll insert it right here.
I'll find it somewhere. I'll have to just show you the photo. The photo.
I'll take a picture of it and put it in here.
So it and I just want to get a picture like that of Isaiah.
Yes, we actually have one of me, like, sprawled on my dad with ice cream all over my face, and my dad has this, like, big smile on his face, and I have, like, the big frizzy curly little kid hair.
Who doesn't have Florida weather?
Yeah, it was the same trip as the teacup picture, actually.
I just can't, because that's just such, like, nostalgic moment.
Yeah.
And, like, one of the other things, so I've always taken a picture right in front of where the Mickey flowers are, where Mickey-shaped flowers are, right in front of the train station right there. I have one of every single trip I've ever gone on.
We'll have to get one.
So I'm going to get one. And then I started it with Isaiah in April.
Yay!
So, like, that's such a tradition.
Like new, and starting new traditions, too.
With my son. And I just,
that's going to be so good. Oh, it's going to be so good. So, you know what? this is super, like, probably cheesy and basic. It's fall in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh my god.
It's decorated for Halloween.
Like, fall is, fall is my season.
Yeah, same.
Me and my mom, fall, like, just, I'm surprised we haven't decorated yet. Probably because we haven't had time, because we're planning for this
yesterday. We've got a house full of people between, like, tomorrow until we leave for Disney. We have people staying at our house, and so I was like, we can't be decorated for the 4th of July anymore.
Well, Mom's like, I said, Mom, JoJo and Bobo are gonna come over. She's like, but we haven't decorated for fall yet. That's what
God
you're
bless
thinking.
her. I love your mom so much. Oh.
And I haven't seen the fall decorations and Halloween decorations
Really?
in Magic Kingdom, and I don't know how long.
Okay, I thought you were saying.
Oh no, I have, but
okay.
And,
Ooh, sorry. Yawning everywhere.
Like in Magic Kingdom, like it's been so long.
It's so good.
I cannot wait for
like
this.
as beautiful as Disney is at Christmas time. There's nothing like fall in the
I haven't been
Magic
to
Kingdom.
Disney in Christmas time in so long.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The last time we were there around Christmas was 2017. Yeah. Because that was the trip where I was having all the issues that led to us finding out I had cancer. So.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Because you guys text us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm good now. Cancer-free times 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This will be another time to celebrate that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, we celebrated a little bit back in May, but we were so focused on our anniversary, and I wanted to make it as much about Robert as I could, you know.
Yeah.
So,
this trip we're going to be celebrating so
much. It's going to be so good.
So much. I just can't wait.
I know. I know. It's going to be so much fun. The one thing I kind of am a little sad about is all the cavalcades that they had for Halloween last year. They're saving them for the Boo Bash now.
Yes.
And so we won't get to see those. They were cool. They were really cool. Mm-hmm. But honestly, the thing I'm most upset about not going to Boo Bash is that Maleficent's dragon is out during it. And she's my favorite villain. So, and I've missed Festival of Fantasy Parade so much.
The cavalcades are cool. Mm-hmm. I will say that they are cool.
They're fun.
Honest, I love getting autographs from all the characters. But I will say, sitting in a line for like an hour to try and get
an autograph.
Especially as a mom now, it's like having a 2-year-old trying to stand in line for.
No.
I don't have time. So
maybe this will be better.
And it was like in April, like he would hear the music and he would know and he would be like goop or weak. So we would go on the side of the road and he would see and he would be, just waving. And then the princesses, freaking sweet, they would like give him kisses.
I love seeing their godmother.
Little princess. It was a little prince. They would call him little prince, and I was just like, and he would be like going back. And I was just like,
stop! Oh my gosh,
my heart!
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see him experience all this stuff for the first time. Like, obviously, he's been to Magic Kingdom, but the other 3 parks.
Yeah,
and
it was great going. Like, I loved in April that I got to go with my best friend and her little sister and stuff like that. But this trip is just going to be such a more, I want to say, in depth and more experience, because he's gonna I get to take him, it's something that we've planned for a long time, and then my parents are gonna get to go with him, and then when I found out, my dad's like, oh, Robert and Jordan are gonna go with, I was like, what?
It just happened to work out that way, because we had already had this planned, and then your dad was like, well, let's just go with them, and we were like, yes.
Well, he didn't tell me at first. He was like, oh, by the way, I have a surprise for you, and I was like,
oh, that's awesome.
So, one of my favorite parts was me at Magic Kingdom in April, and I went to Starbucks. So my friends went to the hotel. We were at Pop Century then, and I went to Starbucks and got a drink. Isaiah was already asleep with his personal ACs, and 2 fans, but
nice.
All right on him.
We did buy some for this trip too.
Maybe that's for sure.
They have lanyards. They have Mickey ears. They're really cute.
Those are so cute.
Yeah.
But I went on Main Street. It's before you get to Starbucks, but I went to Starbucks first. There's a little road right off of Main Street.
Yeah.
And that's where
it's
the Silhouette guy.
Yes.
Where he's at.
Yeah.
So
the casting agency doors back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went to one of those tables back there, and I just sat there after I got my Starbucks, and I just sat there for 40 minutes because they were there. As I was sleeping, I was like, I'm not in a hurry whatsoever. I don't have anything to do. So I just sat there.
Yeah.
And just took in all the sounds, the music, some of the cavalcades came by, and I saw them from afar, and and stuff like that. And that's what I want to do. I want to take time. Yes, I want to do so many things.
Yeah.
But it's like taking that time in Batu to look at all the details and like experiencing that, because that's probably where we're going to spend most of our time.
Yep.
It's going to be
and it's right next to Toy Story Land because it's in
Exactly.
Andy's backyard. It's like you just go through and then come back.
Exactly. So I'm just so excited for that.
Yeah.
And I will say, probably my top, which I have a lot of, I know we said we had a lot of top things.
Yeah.
So one other thing is like you talked about how, you know, with your infertility and like stuff like that. But one of my top things that I'm so excited about is just watching you and Robert with Isaiah.
Yeah.
Because like, it just means so much.
You're going to get me going.
I know! We're going to start crying! No, but that's probably one of my things. Because, I mean, you guys are so special to me and my parents. And just watching you with him, it's going to be so good.
Well, and, you know, we don't just share our favorite place with, I mean, we can't just share it with anybody and everybody. Like, we wish we could. We wish we could be there all the time and take everyone there. But, like, we are so looking forward to experiencing with you all. And, you know, just sharing some of our favorite places with some of our favorite people. It sounds so cheesy and cliche, but it's so true.
It's so true. Yes.
So, the other thing, so these are like non-park related. There's a couple, and I know you have a couple of non-park related things you're looking forward to, but one of the things that I'm really, really excited about is getting to show you guys like the Riviera, which is our home DVC resort, and just getting to like see you guys like experience, because they have like the lobby. A lot of the DVC lobbies are huge. This lobby isn't super massive, but like you look straight through it and there's a walkway out to the water and you can see Caribbean Beach and you can see the Skyliner and the pools are out there. And the little gift shop is really cute, but they have this really sweet little like room. It's like a lounge kind of, and it's got so much Walt memorabilia and like it just you feel like you're sitting in a place where Walt would have enjoyed, like just a sitting room, awesome. You know, something like that, and like it's just so beautiful. And there's like a little cafe where you can get little snacks and like pastries and coffee drinks and stuff, and then we can all jump on the monorail. Wow, yeah, because the monorail goes to the Riviera. Sorry, we can all jump on the Skyliner and go over to Epcot, and you can look down in and see all the Ratatouille stuff from the Skyliner. It's so cool.
I'm so ready.
So. Yeah, and then obviously Homecoming and Gideon's.
Oh, yes! That's probably...
And if we sneak away, because we talked about possibly if his parents are kind of over it, after we go to Homecoming, letting them take Isaiah back to the hotel and checking out Jock Lindsay's. If you've never been to Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, check it out. It's Indiana Jones themed. It's really cool. There's also an M&M store at Disney Springs.
I've been to
we
M&M.
haven't. We have not.
Have you not been?
No.
I've never... It's cool. I don't think I would spend the money though.
Yeah.
Because it's like $14 for like a bag or something. And I'm like...
We were debating
I won't
doing
even
some custom ones.
I was like, I would never eat that much.
Yeah. We were debating getting some of the custom ones just because they could have like park icons and stuff. And we thought that would be super cute. Also, fun fact, my mom loves M&M's.
My mom does too.
So...
My mom's... That's her favorite candy.
We love M&M's, so we may have to take your mom over.
Yeah, so we leave on the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna get to Disney on the 11th, so we have reservations at Rainforest.
That's right. You should take her over there.
So we're gonna do. So we're doing Rainforest. So I think we're gonna walk like that half of like Rainforest and stuff like that, and then the next day we're going to
Wolfgang Pucks.
Wolfgang Pucks. I don't know why I cannot think of that. I'm the one that made the reservations. Wolfgang Pucks, and then do the rest of the park as well as Disney Springs and stuff like that.
And then you're going to Homecoming with us, and so you'll have to do it all over again.
All over again. I'm not complaining whatsoever.
Gideon's, I mean, the cookies are this big, you guys. But what I love about Gideon's is it is such a cool place, like, theme-wise.
I've seen so many pictures, so many videos.
It feels like something you would find smack dab in the middle of, like, Diagon Alley. Or, like, the place that Harry goes when he says Diagon Alley wrong. I can't remember what it's called. Nocturne Alley. I do remember. Yeah. It looks like something that would be on like Nocturne Alley. But if you haven't been to Gideon's before, look it up. Look up the story behind it and the character of the guy and everything. But the cookies are so good. And we're gonna have to get cookies, but I'm telling you, it'll take you like 4 sittings to eat one of those things. Are huge.
It's a good thing.
They're like 2 pounds.
6, 7.
Exactly. So I'm excited, and of course, Homecoming. Chef Art Smith's Homecoming it's the best.
I've never eaten there.
I'm gonna make a really bold statement, y'all. It's the best restaurant on Disney property.
That says a lot.
It
they've eaten at a lot.
Beats out Ohana for me, and it beats out Ale and Compass for me, which is one of Robert and my favorite places. So
I cannot wait.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be so good.
So yeah. Well, thank you so much for doing this video with me. I'm so excited, and you guys are gonna see so much more of Yara in my vlogs, and
I get a little crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, crazy. And I know her dad is gonna be filming some as well. So I'm excited though to see your dad's perspective on things versus mine, and like how our videos like match up, and then the different stuff that we choose to include.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for coming back, or if you're new and you're still here, thank you. If you don't mind, if you're not already, click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up if you'd like, and, always drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have a Disney trip coming up, let us know, and let us know what things you get excited for when you are headed to Walt Disney World. So guys, be kind, love your neighbor, and do more of what makes you happy. We'll see you later. Bye.